Hello students, here again I am in front of you by starting unit number 1 in detail. In my previous lecture, we go for only a subjective reviews and some fundamental concepts which is related to the entire subject. Even we have justified the definition of content management system using WordPress. So now onwards, we'll put a regular video lectures so you can study in detail about content management system using WordPress as per the prescribed syllabus of Saurashtra University. So let's start with unit number 1, that is OOP. Now as you can see onto the screen, we have discussed about few fundamental things which is related to the subject, that is we have justified the definition of World Wide Web, why it is called as World Wide Web. Then we also go for the justification of browser in my last lecture. Then we have also seen the several types of browsers as you can see onto the screen, that is Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla, Safari, Opera, etc. But generally we are using Google Chrome. Now we starts with the first topic, that is what is class. So as you can see onto the screen, in object oriented programming language, class is a one type of blueprint for creating the objects. That is the general or the simple definition of a class. Even class is also called as a one type of structure which holds the multiple objects. Inside the class, many things we have to keep in mind for creating the class, that what type of objects are there, which is called as members, methods of that particular objects, and the visibility of that particular objects which resides inside the class. Actually class represents the behavior of objects. That means, what does it means? Behavior means into the program whatever the objects that we have written works in which manner, what type of functionality it is going to be performed inside the class, which has been decided by the developer who has written the code of the class. Now we can see onto the screen that it's a very simple example of a class and objects. Over the screen you can see that there is a car. Car is a one type of object, and the types of car, these are the called as objects, which might be Polo, Mini, Bentley. Another example that we can take is, say for example fruit, and inside the fruit orange, mango, grapes, these are the called as objects, and the fruit itself, it is called as a class. Now generally the hierarchical representation of writing the code in OOP is, first we have to write the name of class, and then after writing the name of class with the syntax, we need to specify the types of object inside that particular class. So one thing is very clear, first write down the class and then inside the class define the several types of object. Yes, in the single class multiple objects can be declared, but inside the object multiple class cannot be declared. So keep this thing in your mind while creating the class, that is first create the class and then inside the class create the multiple number of objects. Now every object have their properties. Properties are related with the data members. So as over the screen there are few lines are written, A property in some object-oriented programming language is a special sort of class member intermediately in functionality between the field and a method. There is a syntax of creating a property of the class, which we will take under the practical session of creating the class, objects, property and the visibility. For example, here I have created a one class called car, where you can see that there is a keyword called public, and then there is a $COMP. So $COMP is an object, public is a visibility, and the name called car is a class. Now in single class I have created total 3 objects, that is a comp, a color, and the last one is hash sunroof. So these are the 3 classroom which is created under the single visibility, that is called as public. In further we will also discuss about the details about different other visibilities also, but here you can see that this public is a visibility, this $comp is an object, and this being, or you can say the true, is the property, and this car is called as a class. So this is the simple example of creating a one simple class. Now we'll go for visibility in detail. Visibility means which you can visualize, which you can put for the others, that is called as visibility. In PHP there are mainly 3 types of visibilities are available, that is a private, a protected and the public. These are the 3 main types of visibility which we can use. For example, public means which can be accessed from anywhere, that is from outside the class, even inside the class, for the child classes, that is called as public members. Protected means which can only be accessed from inside the class by itself, that is called as protected members. Private means which can only be accessed from inside the class itself, that is called as private. This is a one simple example that I want to demonstrate over the screen. Suppose one children inside the home is playing alone, that is called as a private. If that child grows up and they can play inside that entire home, that is called as protected. That means this child is under the observation of their parents, and whenever they grow more, they can go outside anywhere into the city, anywhere into the world, it becomes a public. Means a public property can be accessed by anyone. Protected is only accessible to that particular class, and private means even inside the class they are only managed by the class, that is called as private. Here another example of public and private. Say for example, here I have created a one class that is called as example, where the name is given as a visibility called public and the age is given as a visibility called private. Now outside this class, suppose I am accessing this example as an object, then we need to write $example equals to, with new keyword you can define the name of class. Now in object oriented programming language, one more thing that you have to keep in your mind, this entire subject is a case sensitive subject. That means a small have some other meaning, a capital have another meaning. So try to recognize what you have written as a class name. Whenever you are accessing the class name, the name should be same as it is defined. Now whenever you are accessing this class outside the particular class, then this is a valid and invalid statement that we have written. For example, suppose I am writing $example name, which is a member of this example, then this is valid. For example, I am using $example age, this is valid, it will throw an error because this age is declared as a private, not as a public. So public can be accessed outside anywhere, where private need to be accessed inside this particular class only. So this is a very simple example of valid and invalid statement of writing and accessing the objects inside the class, even outside the class. Now, a public visibility can only be accessed not only inside the class, but it can be accessed by any other class also. Yes, in object oriented programming language, there is no limitation that in a one program we can create only a single class. Multiple class can also be created into the object oriented programming language with multiple objects, which is demonstrated onto the screen. Here I have created two different class, a class with the property and the method, then even another class with method. So properties cannot be declared without the visibility keyword, means this is invalid. Suppose I try to define any object without a visibility, then it throws an exception onto the screen. This is a simple example of public visibility, where you can see that there is a class called user. It's a PHP program. You can directly write through the XAMPP into the htdocs folder. Here you can see that there is a one class called user, then into the opening and closing bracket one object that I have declared called a name with public visibility, and the property that I have given is name. Then in public function, just I am passing a one function called change name, and inside that change name I am passing a parametric value of this particular object called name. Then with this particular variable I am accessing the object called name. Then inside the user object I am declaring this user object and accessing the name. Inside this user object will display a message onto the screen that is called as MVM developer. So just try to write down this particular line of code in your computer and execute onto the screen. It will show MVM developer onto the screen. This is another example of private visibility, where the objects are declared as a private keyword. Here I have written private $name equals to MVM. Then I am accessing this particular variable inside the one function called echo name. So inside that function I have written echo $this and the name of this particular variable. It will show this MVM onto the screen. But suppose I am trying to use this particular name object outside the class as it is declared as a private, then it will show an error onto the screen that this statement is invalid, because the name is defined as a private, not as a public. But in our previous example, the same thing is declared as a public. So this is the difference. Whenever the object is declared as a public, it can be accessed anywhere into the code, while name is declared as a private, it can be only accessible to particular class. That means it is restricted for this opening and closing brackets. Now question comes in our mind that why visibility is important to us. So visibilities are important to all of us because of two reasons. Number one is to validate the restricted data, and number two is to keep private things as a private. What does it means? It means, suppose to validate the restricted data means in the real world the quantity of information is essential. In programming the same thing exists. And the second thing is to keep private thing private. Consider the above class, think about the method and the class that you have declared inside that particular object. So these are the two things due to which visibility is important for object oriented programming language. The next topic comes in the syllabus is constructor. The definition of constructor is very simple. Constructors are also called as when the object is created from the class. A constructor is a public method which is named as a 2 times underscore construct. That means suppose we want to create a constructor then this is the syntax of creating a constructor. Just write down the underscore for the 2 times and in small letter write down the construct. Here I have demonstrated one example called class space example, where E is the capital, then there is an opening and closing brackets. Inside that opening and closing bracket, these are called as parental control of the class. The visibility of the object that I have declared is a public. Then I have declared constructor as a one function. Here you can see that there are 2 underscore, then there is a constructor with opening and closing brackets, and inside this constructor there is another opening and closing bracket where I have written echo and a one text message, that is a hello world. That means whenever you are executing this code, it will create a one constructor, and then inside the constructor it will print a simple message that hello world onto the screen. Now once it is declared as a constructor inside the class called example, it should be accessed by some variable. So here I have written $example equals to new is the keyword for creating an object, and then I have given the same class name will display echo hello world onto the screen. So this is a simple example of creating a constructor inside the object oriented programming language. One more detail constructor example is demonstrated onto the screen, which you can write by the Macromedia Dream Viewer inside the htdoc folder of XAMPP. As you can see that the starting is done by a PHP tag, then there is a one class called house, then opening and a closing bracket. Inside that I have declared the 2 objects. Number 1 is name as a public visibility, another is a color as a public visibility. So yes, we can say this is a constructor which is related with public visibility only. Then here I have created a one constructor where I am passing the 2 parametric values, that is the name of object. Number 1 is name, another is color. Then inside this particular constructor, that means inside these 2 particular curly brackets, a variable is written $this reference to name equals to $name semicolon. On next line, $this reference to color equals to $color. So just try to recognize that this $color and this $name is same that we have written inside this particular class. Don't change the case capitals of these particular objects. After writing these 2 curly brackets, it is time to execute that objects over the screen. So one more function that I have written, public function echo data, that means it prints the same thing onto the screen. Into the brackets echo the color of $this name, that means this one $this name will print something onto the screen. Then there is a is $this color, it will print color onto the screen. Now question comes, where the name comes from and where the color comes from. So that thing I have written outside the class by invoking the objects $black house equals to new house. Karthik's house is a name of person and the black is the color of that particular home. So the ultimately output is Karthik house is black by executing this particular echo statement, and it throws this output onto the screen by executing this line of code $black house reference to echo data. So on the screen you can see the output $color of Karthik's house is black. Just try down this particular code at your home by simply typing through Macromedia Dream Viewer. Save this particular file into the htdoc folder and execute through the web browser. Next one is destructor. Destructor is actually the reverse process of a constructor. Once the constructor constructs the objects with the value, which you can permanently destroy into the object oriented programming language, or you can stop executing that particular output which is created by the constructor, where the same program need to be executed, but inside the function, same like constructor, there is a method of calling a destructor. That means there is a two underscores are there, then we have to write a destructor. Yes, we can say that constructor is a keyword and destructor is also a keyword which need to be written properly as it is indicated into the book. I hope in today's session we have discussed about the definition of class, definition of object. We have written a sample code where we have declared the class with object. Then also we have written a simple program using the constructor. We have discussed about the definition of destructor, and we have written a code for creating one object through constructor and destroying it with the same using a destructor. Further, we'll discuss in next lecture. Thank you.